It is February 1869 in St. Petersburg. Dmitri Mendeleev hasn't slept in 3 days. He is playing chemical solitaire with a custom-made deck of 63 cards, one for every known element. He is looking for a pattern that has eluded humanity since the dawn of time. He collapses. In his sleep, his subconscious mind arranges the deck. He wakes up and scribbles it down. This isn't just a list, it's a map of reality. But before we see the map, we have to understand the man who was desperate enough to dream it. Dmitri Mendeleev was born in 1834 in Tobolsk, Siberia. To the elites in Moscow, he was a provincial, a nobody. He was the youngest of 17 children. His father, a teacher, went blind the year Dmitri was born. His mother, Maria, was the hero of this story. He reopened an abandoned glass factory to feed their children. But when Dmitri was 13, his father died. When he was 15, the factory burned down. Maria had one last asset, Dmitri's genius. She didn't stay to rebuild. She took her teenage son and trekked over 2,000 miles across the Ural Mountains, mostly on horseback and hitchhiking on wagons, to get him into a university. Moscow rejected him because he was a Siberian. She didn't stop. They kept going to St. Petersburg. He was finally accepted. 10 weeks later, his mother died of exhaustion. Her last words were a warning. Avoid illusions. Seek scientific truth. Before we see Dmitri Mendeleev's struggle, let's answer a simple question. What are we actually looking at? Think of the periodic table as a Lego instruction manual for the entire universe. Everything, your phone, your lens, the stars, is made of these blocks. But how do you read it? First, the atomic number. See the number at the top? That's the ID number. It tells you how many protons, which is positively charged particles, are in the center of the atom. Hydrogen is 1 because it is the simplest. Gold is 79. If you change that number, you change the element. Second, the symbol, the big letter. O for oxygen, Al for gold, for the Latin aurum. Third, the atomic mass, the number at the bottom. This is how heavy the atom is. And there is also the secret of the rows and columns. Columns, or the groups, is the elements in the same vertical line act like siblings. They have similar personalities. For example, the first column, except hydrogen, all explode when they touch water. And the rows, or the periods, as you move across the row, the elements get heavier, but they're adding shells like an onion. Mendeleev didn't know about protons yet. He only knew about elements' weight and personality. 1869. Chemistry was like a library where all the books were thrown on the floor. People tried to organize them by color or size, but nothing worked. Mendeleev's aha moment was realizing that properties repeat periodically. If you line them up by weight, every 8th or 18th element starts acting like the one above it. This is where he became a legend. He realized that if the personality didn't match the weight, he shouldn't force it. He left a hole. He said, there is an element that belongs there. We just haven't found it. He even predicted that Eka aluminum would be a metal so soft it would melt in your hand. In 1875, a Frenchman discovered gallium. It melted in hand. Mendeleev, from 1,000 miles away, told the Frenchman his density measurements was wrong. He was right. Mendeleev had seen the element in his head years before it was touched by human hands. By the 1870s, Mendeleev was Russia's scientific Swiss Army knife. He was sent to Baku oil fields. At the time, oil was just used for lamps. Mendeleev was furious at the waste. He saw people burning the sludge left over from making kerosene. He famously said, "Burning oil is like stoking a stove with banknotes." He understood that oil was a complex mixture of elements. He paved the way for modern petrochemistry. He invented the first designs for oil pipelines and specialized tankers. He saw oil not as fuel, but as a raw material for the future: medicine, plastic, and energy. You would think the man who mapped the universe would be showered with awards. But Mendeleev was a difficult man. He was hot-tempered. He had a messy divorce that scandalized the church, and he didn't suffer fools gladly. In 1906, Mendeleev was nominated for the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. He won the vote of the chemistry committee. He was one day away from the greatest honor in science. But a powerful chemist named Peter Claesen and an influential Swedish scientist named Svante Arrhenius, who Mendeleev had criticized in the past, blocked him. They argued that his work was too old or too well known. Mendeleev died in 1907, just a month later. He never won. It is widely considered the greatest mistake in the history of the Nobel Prize. Mendeleev didn't need a gold medal. In 1955, scientists at Berkeley discovered a new radioactive element. They named it Mendeleevium, element 101. The Nobel Prize is a piece of gold. An element is forever. Dmitri Mendeleev started as a kid in a burned-out factory in Siberia and ended by giving humanity a map of the stars. The next time you look at that periodic table, don't see a list. See the dream of a man who refused to believe the universe was a mess.